What's up, folks? Ontarian Hawkins here, the passive income guru, and headed home here on this rainy day. And I want to talk to you guys real briefly about 8,000 miles, 4 women, and 1 rowboat. But before I begin, do me a favor. Let me know if you guys can hear me clear. If I'm coming in loud and clear, give me a thumbs up. If you could, please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. I am on the road, headed home here on this rainy day in Oklahoma. So, hey Vincent, what's up? Thank you so much for that thumbs up. So 8,000 miles, 4 women, and 1 rowboat. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What's up, Vincent? Hey, David, thank you so much, brother. So I was watching last week, this documentary. It was on, I believe it was on Netflix. Netflix, yes. It was a documentary. And these 4 women made history, folks. I mean, absolutely amazing. I forgot the name of the documentary. But if you do a search for it online or on Netflix, it should pull up. When you get a chance, watch it. Watch that documentary. So these 4 women made history by, and what they had was 1 rowboat. Okay, they all were professional rowers, and they set out on a goal. They set out on a goal to row from all the way from San Fransisco, California, all the way to Australia, folks. They stopped. They had 3 major stops. The first stop was Hawaii. I think the second stop was Samoa. And I think the last stop, of course, was Australia. Okay? Powerful. And it taught me a lot about, vision. It taught me a lot about determination, about passion. The passion from these women, the passion that you saw, and the struggle that they went through was so inspiring to me. Very, very inspiring to me. There was times where they wanted to quit. There was times where they were crying. Of course, they ran into some storms. They had some waves they had to go through. They were hit with all types of obstacles that you can imagine. But think about this: if you had the opportunity to go from California, San Francisco, to Australia, would you do it? I mean, that's 8,000 miles. So here's my point. In business is the same way. Becoming an entrepreneur is the same way. Becoming someone who you want to be is the same way. So, when I started my journey over 10 years ago online, I knew that I was going to have to row 8,000 miles. I knew I was going to have to go the extra mile to make it to where I wanted to be. And today I'm still rowing. I'm still going. I'm still pursuing. I'm still perfecting. You see, I'm still learning. I'm still implementing. And that's the whole key. That's the whole key. So the secret is, and I get people ask me all the time, you're making money, you sleep, Ontarian. How do you do it? You make it look so easy. You have a big following. All these things that people say that I have, that I did not have over 10 years ago. So the difference, what's the difference between me now and 10 years ago? Well, it's the vision that I have developed, the determination that I wanted. I wanted success so bad that I would go through the storms. I would go through all the the hurricanes and all the tornadoes or whatever was thrown my way, I was willing to go through it to make it to where I wanted to be. So my question is to you, are you willing to do the same? Are you willing to go 8,000 miles or more? Are you willing to fight when no one is in your corner? When your friends and family tell you that you're crazy for starting a business or crazy for pursuing your passion, are you going to stand up and fight? That's where the real success comes from. When you make up in your mind to do, no matter what people think of you. That is huge. And if you can do that, you can do anything you put your mind to. And folks, it's not complicated. It's really not complicated. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. And unfortunately, most people move backwards. An obstacle pops up. There's a bump in the road, and they fold up and quit. They fold up and quit. So my appeal to you today is, don't ever give up on your goals, on your dreams, on your aspirations. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Don't listen to the negative, the naysayers. There's always going to be complainers. There's always going to be critics in every area of life, folks. It doesn't matter how good the service, how good the product, how good you are. It doesn't matter how positive you are. There's always going to be critics. There's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be negativity around you. It's the name of the game. But that negativity, listen to me now, because this is what I used as my fire. This is what I use as my fire. I used the negativity from those who didn't believe in me to actually win. That was like fuel to the fire for me. So people would say, when I first came online, and when I told my folks, I said, hey, I was in my early 20s, and I said, hey, I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to work the rest of my life. I don't, the 9 to 5 is just, it doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't resonate with me. So I want to be my own boss. And they laughed, I got laughed at. I was laughed at, folks. Seriously. And you know what? I will never forget that day when I was literally just, being mocked at what I said. And I could have quit. But I was willing to go 8,000 miles, folks. I was willing to row that boat. No matter if nobody was in the boat with me, I was willing to row that boat until I got across to where I needed to get to, my destination. Okay? So that's what it really comes down to. How are you willing to fight? And you know what? God has put something in all of us, folks. One word: faith. All right? Everybody has a measure of faith. And it's up to you to exercise it. It's up to you to exercise it. All right? So that's all I wanted to say today. A little golden nugget. Hopefully you're able to catch that documentary. Look it up on Netflix, or you may have to Google it. You can type in 4 women, 8,000 miles, something of that sort. I think they were from, I think they were Australian. Women. But, I mean, like I say, absolutely amazing what they achieved. They made history, the first women to do that. And there's been other women. There's been other feats of people trying to do that same thing, and some of those people in the past didn't make it, or they died. You see, these women, the courage that they had, they made up in their minds. You know the reason they succeeded? The reason they succeeded is they saw the giant for what it was, and they took it on full force. They saw that giant. They saw the giant for what it was, and they took it on full force, and they didn't look back. They didn't look at the obstacles. They went through the obstacle, literally, in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean. This is what they rode. This is what they was rowing through, was the Pacific Ocean, folks. They saw whales, they saw sharks, they saw everything. But despite of it all, they prevailed. They prevailed. So, what are you going to do today to prevail? What are you going to do today to go that extra mile so that you can achieve your dreams? That's all I got to say, folks. That's all I got to say. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.